Hi Casey's, I thought I'd jump on here quickly as I'd like to tell you that I may possibly not be doing a live tonight because of certain events that happened last night. Now some of you may notice that I did promise that I was going to go live providing there were customers at the ghost hunt at Llanthony Secunda Priory that I knew. And I certainly had every intention of going live. I promise. However, as I was showing the group around the grounds, now keep in mind the grounds at night are a public right of way, basically. And it's probably better to show you, hang on. So we were coming up to this place here. So this is the remains of a Victorian farmhouse. Although I'm pretty sure the wall should be that side, not that side, but never mind. And as we came round this corner here, we then came across a couple. Now, I'm pretty sure said couple were partaking in a certain transaction that I'm not going to mention them here, but I'm pretty sure she was given, BJ, basically. And because we interrupted them, so they obviously didn't expect anyone to be within the grounds, the guy made a very swift exit on his bike, and then she decided to, because she was left behind and we interrupted said transaction, she then zoned in on me and decided to then give me no end of abuse. To the point where she even pretended she had bought a ticket to go to the ghost hunt at this priory. I then literally, kudos to myself, I'm surprised, I had a very cool head, didn't shout at her once, and I just said to her, you have not bought a ticket for this event. Please leave me and my customers alone. They have all paid to be here. Can you please just walk away? At this point, she refused, and then that's when the insults started to fly, and then her favourite word of the evening was spaz. And then we went to the gatehouse here, where then my customers who I had on the ghost hunt last night, 5 of them I know very well. They have come on pretty much every single event I have planned. And they were very, very protective of me, to the point where 2 of them took her down, literally. But that was back down here. So basically, we were then, they just said to me, just keep walking, just ignore her. I then sent Viv, Darren, and Jack to come round down here to go get Sarah. So she was the event staff for the Priory for last night. And as we were walking around here, she was getting pretty violent. She was starting to push people. They all just keep walking, we'll just go. I was trying to get people into this building here. Hang on. So this is the North Range and the Victorian farmhouse. And basically to get to this bit, you get in through the door there. So we come round. Sarah was waiting for us right at this corner. So Viv, Darren was like, right, okay, let's just get everyone in the building. Me and Sarah are the only 2 that have got the key fobs. And then as we were coming around and go into this red door here, hang on. I thought I could zoom in further, but I can't. As we came into here, she then was obviously trying to follow us into the building. Abuse from her was still flying left, right, and centre. At this point, most of her had gone through the door, apart from Sarah, Sam, and Richard, and this crazy person. And I had then rushed everyone through the door, got everyone in, heard this kerfuffle behind me, turned around and saw this woman on the floor taken out by Richard and Sam. Sarah was off to the side just trying to help out. And then all of a sudden I see her, she's got Sam's bag in her hand. So she was trying to steal Sam's bag at the same time. I managed to get Sam's bag off this woman. Got Sam in, said Sarah, right, get in quick. And then Richard was on the floor, right, get off her. So he was very quick. We then slammed the red door behind us. And then that's when hell broke loose even more. At this point, I said to everyone, whoever's got signal, someone just ring the police. We need the police here. We're gonna be stuck. We can't go out while she is still here. She was banging on the door, trying to get in, and she had a lot of force behind her, to the point where even I had my back against the wall. I was being physically pushed forwards as well. After about, I think, 5-10 minutes, she then gave up, continued screaming, and then we could hear her screaming for at least half an hour. So this whole episode took an hour to finish, from start to finish. We then didn't move out of the North Range at all. We couldn't, not while she was out there. We weren't sure how safe it was. And we waited for the police to come. So the police kudos, they came within minutes. They were really, really swift. So kudos to the police for last night. And then she hadn't gone very far. She was in the flats car park at the flats next door. So the people in the flats next to Llanthony Secunda Priory, I am very, very sorry you had to hear that. I do apologise. And then we saw another van, so they had to bring a van, and it took 5 police officers to take her out. At which point we then saw her walking right down, 1 police officer leading, and then 4 police officers manhandling her, literally just carrying her to the van. And for at least the next hour, most of us were on edge. We were fine the rest of the night. This is the only time out of my 6.5 years, nearly 7 years, doing ghost tours and doing events, ghost hunting events. This is the only time something like this has happened, and I hope it never happens again. I will post a little video of the clip afterwards. When she was trying to knock the door, the insults were really ridiculous. At one point, she even called us rapists, and then also told us that we should go kill themselves because we're pointless human beings. But it was all finished very, very quickly. I was at the point where I was kind of shaking a bit. I was like, I think I need a shot of vodka just to calm my nerves. I was fine. A cup of tea helped in the end. But I am forever thankful for the group that came last night. I know them, and they were so protective over me, and I'm very thankful that I know people. I know some good people, so thank you very much. So thank you guys very much. So yeah, so that's the Friday night I had on my Llanthony Secunda Priory ghost hunt, that I was the event planner. I am not sure if we now, because of that incident, if we will be able to continue doing ghost hunts. We've only got 2 left for this year. If we will continue doing them, I hope we can at least do these last 2, but we may just have to stick to the 2 buildings and make sure no one goes out on their own just in case.
You do not deserve to live. You deserve to kill yourself, you spastic little fuckers. Go on.
So we're all trapped in Llanthony Priory, trying to do a ghost hunt before we got accosted by a woman. She's still going.